Hello, students, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie, as you already know, and I can't believe it, but tonight we're going to do another video, and we're going to be working on more fun phrasal verbs, but tonight we're going to be working on the phrasal verbs using pass. So now, if you guys already watched phrasal verbs 1 through 13, you already know that, but I'm going to remind you again, that phrasal verbs are used everywhere in English with all verb tenses and all types of communications, including daily conversations, emails, movies, books, news, social media, business, and in academic settings. Phrasal verbs are essential for achieving natural fluency in English, and your vocabulary will be very limited without them. And that's very true. Learning all these phrasal verbs can be challenging at times because sometimes the phrasal verb carries a meaning that is much different from the verb alone. There are many phrasal verbs in English, and to become fluent, you must learn all of them to master your comprehension and speaking ability in order to have more expressive and natural conversations. But don't worry, because in this lesson, I'm going to give you lots of examples so that you will be able to use these words correctly and with confidence. So let's get started with phrasal verbs with pass. So let's start with pass away, and this means to die. And it's a more polite and gentler and more respectful way to say pass away. Well, it's more respectful to say pass away than to die. She passed away peacefully in her sleep. I can't believe he passed away. I'm so sad. He was my favorite actor. It is with great sadness that we announce that the founder of our company has passed away. Unfortunately, she had passed away before we arrived. Doctors fear that without treatment and intervention, he will pass away soon. If he hadn't received immediate treatment, he would have passed away. She is comforted knowing that when she passes away, she will be surrounded by her close friends and family. Sadly, many elderly people pass away every day. And when we pass away, this is where we go, to the cemetery. But what a beautiful cemetery, so peaceful, calm, and green and lush. It looks marvelous. But I don't want to go there. Pass out means to faint or lose consciousness, to distribute or to hand out, or to fall asleep. He wasn't ready for that marathon, and that's why he passed out. It's so hot, I think I'm going to pass out. The teacher asked me to pass out the test papers. I felt really dizzy at school today, and I almost passed out in class. She will pass out at the first sight of blood. You should sit down and I will bring you some water. I'm afraid you might pass out. They passed out their flyers to all the houses in my neighborhood. The nurse will pass out the medication to all the patients shortly. We were having a great conversation, then all of a sudden, he passed out in the chair. I was so tired, I passed out on the couch as soon as I got home from work. That's happened to all of us. You know, you're so tired at the end of the day, you get home and you just lie on the couch with your little dog and you just pass out and go to sleep, just like this lady and her dog. Pass by. To go past or move past someone or something. To go unnoticed. To be missed or ignored. Or time passing. I passed by your house yesterday, but you weren't home. I saw her walking her dog on my street last week, and she passed right by without saying hello. Summer seems to pass by so quickly. Pass by later if you want. We can just hang out and listen to some music. The error in the calculation passed by without anyone noticing. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. The years pass by so quickly, and that's true. The mailman passed by already. There is no mail today. Nope, no mail. Too bad. Pass on means to give something to someone else, to transmit something like a disease or traits or traditions, to decline or refuse something, to skip or not participate in something, to die, and it's the same as pass away. Can you pass on the message for me? Most of these traditions have been passed on from generation to generation. Please pass on my gratitude to your son for cutting my grass. Tell him I really appreciate it. No, thank you. I'm really full. I'll have to pass on dessert. This is really important. You must pass on this information to your supervisor immediately. Her husband passed on years ago. I don't know if it's true. I'm just passing on what I heard. We will be on vacation that week, so we have to pass on your invitation. But thank you for thinking of us. I just found out that we are all getting a raise this year. Pass it on. That means tell everybody else. This virus can be passed on through tiny droplets released while talking, coughing, or sneezing, so please wear a mask. Look at these tiny droplets, diseases, viruses that can be passed on. Look so dangerous. Pass through, which means to travel across or go through a place, to go through a process, to move through a system, to go through a person or organization. We took a small detour and passed through a small village on our way home. The water has to pass through the filter. The train passes through our town at least 3 times a week. She passed through a really difficult period last year. I heard on the news that the storm will pass through our area tonight around midnight. We passed through Montreal on our way to Kingston. Your application has to pass through several departments for an intense review process. All teenagers pass through stages of emotional and physical development. We are in the process of passing through a financial crisis. The electricity passes through the wires, just like right here. Pass up means to miss an opportunity or to refuse something. You can't pass up such an amazing offer to study abroad. I can't believe I passed up the free ticket to go to that concert. I really regret it now. He had to pass up the promotion because it required him to relocate to another city and his family didn't want to move there. I will pass up the opportunity to go skydiving with you, but thanks for inviting me. I never pass up the chance to network and meet new people. He passed up the invitation to speak during the meeting because he was too shy and he missed a great opportunity to share his innovative ideas. I know a few people that have passed up great opportunities out of fear and lack of confidence. If you are ever in Iceland, don't pass up the opportunity to see the Northern Lights. Just like right here in this picture. Beautiful Northern Lights in Iceland. Pass off means to pretend that something is something else, usually to deceive someone, or to give up responsibility to someone else. He tried to pass off the fake painting as the very valuable original one, but it didn't work. You can't always pass off your responsibilities to everyone else. Why are you trying to pass this off on me? I wasn't even there. We will pass off the delay as a technical issue. If you feel that you cannot handle this project, you should pass it off to someone with more experience. I will pass off the simpler tasks to my junior employee. You can't pass off this design as your own creation. That would be dishonest. This is an issue that has to be passed off to the Human Resources Department. She went to the pawn shop and tried to pass off her fake pearls as real ones. And look at her with her fake pearls. Incredible, some people. Pass over, to ignore or not to select or choose someone or something. To skip or omit, or to cross over or move across. She was passed over for the promotion and she is devastated. Don't pass over the financial details in the report. I want to know where we stand. I took a few pictures as the plane was passing over the beautiful mountains. Dark, ominous clouds will pass over our region later today. I can't believe that she was passed over again for that prestigious award. She totally deserved it. Let's just pass over the minor details and focus on the more important issues, if you don't mind. They built a new bridge over there so that the vehicles can pass over the river instead of using the ferry. And that's a great new bridge. Pass for, to be accepted as, to be mistaken for someone or something else. She looks so young. She could still pass for a teenager, and she's 23. You know so much about medicine and health, you could almost pass for a doctor. Where did you learn all this? Those silk flowers look so natural. They could easily pass for real ones. That excuse might pass for a legitimate explanation for some people, but I don't believe it. With his costume, beard, jolly laugh, and big belly, he could pass for Santa Claus. She has no accent when she speaks. She could pass for a native English speaker. They look so much alike, they could pass for twins, but they're actually 2 years apart in age. With his old-fashioned good looks and magnetic charm, he could easily pass for a movie star. And he does look like a movie star. Oops, we're done. Okay, well, if that video helped you, you know what to do. You can subscribe to the channel. You can leave a like down below. You could leave a comment down below or just say hello. But if you guys need help improving your English quickly, you can get a copy of this wonderful workbook, which is called Basic English, and it is the 4th edition, as we see right here. This lovely workbook that will help you so much is published and distributed everywhere in the world by McGraw-Hill. If you guys get a copy of this workbook, and I think you should, I want you to start on the first page, complete every page right through to the end of the book, the workbook, and the answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. You can find this book everywhere, online, in bookstores, and very easily, of course, on Amazon. If you guys are having difficulty with your verb tenses in English, may I suggest to you that you get a copy of this wonderful workbook, which is called English Verb Tenses. This will help you concentrate on and master your English verb tenses. If you guys get a copy of this workbook, which I think you should, I want you to start on the first page, complete every page right through to the end of the workbook. The answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. You will find it everywhere and, of course, very easily on Amazon. So do it. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have to say for tonight. And I think this might be my last video tonight. I may do one more, I'll see. But for now, it's my last one. So I wish you guys a very pleasant evening, and I'll see you guys, you know where, in the next lesson. So good night for now.